Okay, people are asking me if I could do a guitar video where I talk about spread triads and show how you can use them in that context. So here we go. Spread triads on the guitar, let's go over some of the basics first. I'm going to take a C major triad and go through the different inversions that you would play, starting with the first available one on the guitar, which would be the notes E, C, G. Okay, so that's down in the open position. Then this is with the fifth in the bass. Then I go up to the root in the bass, third, fifth, root, third, and then up to the fifth. The best way to learn these is to take your first available note on the guitar. In this case, in C major, it would be the low E string, because that's the third of the C major chord. And I would play this, start with this inversion. Then here, then here, then here, and move up the neck that way. Then I go to your next string, to the A string, and I take the first available arpeggio there. So I'm doing all the spread triads here. And then I would move to the D string. I take the first available one, which is there, and then I go here, or here. Then go up to here, up to here. So once you learn these horizontally, like this, or like this, then you want to descend as well. Start slowly. They're really tricky. Then play them, instead of arpeggiate them, just play as chords. Try to go into the inner strings, then try and stay and then you might alternate two chords. Let's say we'll go C to D. You need to be familiar with these to where you can go through any type of chord progression, whether it's a chord progression like this. Let's say I go B minor, E major over G sharp, A major, D major over F sharp, then G sharp diminished, D flat over F, F minor, B flat diminished, B minor. Actually, I played. Don't forget, you can use suspended chords as spread triads. You can use Lydian chords. I did a G sus4 to G major spread triad. So that progression I did. You don't have to do just triads. You can do seventh chords, for example. If I played a B7 chord, so root, flat 7th, third, the next inversion is that, next inversion is that. So if I go from the lowest inversion up, so it's B7. So those are the 4 inversions of that particular voicing, but I'm basing it off B, so root, flat 7, and third. There's a great Pat Metheny song off his first Bright Size Life record called Unquitty Road that uses, it's a perfect example of spread triads. The whole melody essentially is based off spread triads. It goes like this. Okay, so what's Pat doing in this? He starts out with A major, spread triad, then he goes to B7 over A, spread triad, so A, D sharp, B. Then he goes down to root, major 7, sharp 4. And then he goes to G minor, spread triad, and then D7 over A, B flat minor, spread triad, D flat major 7 over A flat, back to G minor, then he goes B minor, D major 7 over A, C sharp minor, spread triad, E major 7 over B. That's like a little passing tone going to E flat 7 and to an E6-9 voicing. Then he goes A flat minor, spread triad. That's a B major 7 over F sharp, E Lydian spread triad to E major spread triad. Then he goes back. That entire melody is based off of spread triads. It's a really great example, just like when I did in the spread triad episode on the piano and with the strings, I used Thomas Newman, a couple of the pieces from the Shawshank Redemption. There's actually some really great examples on Bright Size Life of using spread triad. Some other guitar players use them too. You'll hear Eric Johnson uses them all over the place. Cliffs of Dover, there's tons of Eric Johnson pieces that he uses spread triads. They happen to really lay well on the piano and the guitar. Not so much so on wind instruments because of the interval jumps. We'll have these expanded octaves that you're going. Just in the root position, let's say you do C major, you have C, G, and then E, and the E is a tenth above. If you're playing saxophone, those are hard interval jumps. And then the next one would be E, C, G, and then so you've got a minor sixth, then you're up a fifth. So these are more easily played on chording instruments. Thank you for watching as always. Please subscribe here or at my Everything Music Facebook page if you haven't already. Also, if you want to get into some more in-depth analysis with videos, PDFs, and discussion, check out my Patreon page at the link provided below. I'm Rick Beato.